Renal failure and proper nutrition. The kidneys are twin organs that are responsible for filtering the blood to remove all waste products. The kidneys also release hormones that regulate the blood pressure and the number of red blood cells. The blood enters the kidneys, with the waste materials diverted and sent via the ureter to the bladder to be eliminated from the body in the act of urination. The blood that has been filtered goes back to the body. The kidneys process over 18 gallons of blood every hour for a total of 432 gallons of blood filtered every day. The kidneys also filter over half of all fluids taken in by the body and release at least 2 quarts of urine every single day. The kidneys can be subjected to a number of different disorders including kidney infections, kidney stones and a serious condition called chronic kidney disease, CKD. Any of these can grow worse and may lead to renal failure. Renal failure can be either acute or chronic in nature and are typically detected with increased serum creatinine and decreased glomerular filtration rate. Renal failure may have several symptoms including increased levels of urea in the blood, vomiting or diarrhea which might be severe enough to cause dehydration, nausea, weight loss, nocturnal urination, foamy or bubbly urine, increased frequency or increased amounts of very pale urine, blood in the urine, pressure or difficult urination. Renal failure may also cause phosphates in the blood, itching, bone damage and muscle cramps which are caused by the low levels of calcium. Potassium will build up in the bloodstream, a condition called hyperkalemia which may cause abnormal heart rhythms and eventual muscle paralysis. Source: www.surveyadies.com/ Renal failure. Some of the risk factors for kidney diseases include hypertension, especially when it is untreated, gout, diabetes, prolonged shock and the use of certain drugs. Chronic kidney disease affects 26 million Americans with millions more at high risk of developing the disease. Early detection is the key to keeping CKD from progressing to kidney failure. Heart disease is the major cause of death for those who have CKD. Hypertension is a major risk factor of CKD, but CKD is a major risk factor for developing hypertension as well. The two can be called interchangeable because they are so linked with one another. Virtually everyone with CKD will have hypertension and the majority of the people with hypertension are at much greater risk for developing CKD. In addition to high blood pressure, the risk factors for CKD include diabetes, family history of kidney diseases, and certain ethnic groups. Those of African American, Hispanic, Pacific Islander or Native American descent are at increased risk for this and other kidney diseases. Causes of kidney failure: hypovolemia, a low blood volume, can result from extreme blood loss, dehydration, the use of diuretics, the obstruction of renal arteries or veins. Sepsis, an overwhelming infection, rhabdomyolysis, significant muscle breakdown in the body, trauma or crushing accidents. The diseases that affect the kidneys can be either temporary or potentially fatal. Treatment can be as simple as medications or can be as complicated as needing a new kidney. While you can live with only one kidney if something happens to one of them, it is never a good idea to do so because it puts so much stress on the remaining organ. There are 3 common tests to check for kidney failure including blood pressure, urine albumin and serum creatinine. High blood pressure can be a symptom of kidney disease because the kidneys secrete hormones to regulate blood pressure. Dietary suggestions: anyone with a chronic condition of any kind should seek the advice of their doctor regarding nutrition and the need for vitamins and minerals. Certain micronutrients can be dangerous to the system that is already overtaxed. In addition, there are also some macronutrients that can be harmful to those with CKD or other kidney problems. People with CKD should limit their protein intake within reason but only under the direction and guidance of a nutritionist. Source: National Kidney and Urological Diseases Information Clearinghouse. Protein is an important part of a healthy diet, but there are some restrictions for those who have kidney disease. It may be important to limit the amount of protein so the protein that you do get should be of high quality and low fat. ProfectR from Protica is a liquid protein supplement shot that is only 100 calories but gives 25 grams of protein per serving. Again, make sure that this will be within the limited amounts of protein that the dietitian or doctor has set for you. Too much protein in the diet changes the process of the metabolism to a state of ketosis. Ketosis occurs when the body stops burning carbohydrates for energy and reverts to burning fat instead. The fat is broken down into molecules of carbon that are called ketones. These ketones are released into the bloodstream. Ketosis can be problematic because it suppresses the appetite while it increases the urinary output. The combination of the two can lead to dehydration, an electrolyte imbalance and osteoporosis. Source: OsteoWare. The American Heart Association suggests that the amount of protein in the diet be no more than 35% of the daily calories, however this may be too much for those who have beginning or worsening kidney disease. It is important to make sure that the doctors and nutritionists work to find the right amount of all 3 macronutrients, protein, fat and carbohydrates that will work with a kidney disease. The proteins that are eaten should be of the healthy, low-fat variety including plant proteins. Kidney stones: in addition to the serious kidney conditions listed above, there are kidney stones as well. One of the most painful urologic disorders is suffering from kidney stones. It is also one of the most common as well. While most of the kidney stones that a person might develop will pass without medical intervention at all, some may actually need to have some treatment. The most common type of stones are the calcium oxalate or the phosphate oxalate stone, with a few other less common types that can develop as well. Kidney stones are most common in Caucasian men between the ages of 40 to 70. The threat of kidney stones in women peaks at the age of 50. Your chances of kidney stones go up with family history, frequent UTIs, if you have cystic kidney disease, and certain metabolic disorders. Cystinuria and hyperoxaluria are both rare, inherited metabolic disorders that may often cause kidney stones. Hypercalciuria, high calcium in the blood, is also inherited and may be the cause of half of the kidney stones. Other causes include gout, excess vitamin D, blockage of the urinary tract, and the use of diuretics. Source: www.surgeryadis.com/ Kidney stones. Symptoms of kidney stones. There are a number of symptoms such as extreme pain, sharp cramping pain in the back, nausea and vomiting, pink urine, frequent urination, burning upon urination, fever, chills. Most kidney stones are found by X-ray, CT scan or intravenous pyelogram in the course of ruling out other conditions.